Perfect. It's you.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some archon.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you
I came across this commission while reviewing. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all, with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake.
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well.
Okay, so who are we looking for?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village, but the problem is, they don't know the missing person's.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this...
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to... We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you're here about that then. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been open.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise we just don't know the specifics. Maybe at least that's what everyone in the village seems to think.
All right, specific.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you...
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure.
Could he have just moved away?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye.
Huh. All right.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look...
Ah, so that's what...
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I don't think his parents are still living in the village. He would often take time to... And whenever someone had something on their mind, as the village chief, I owe him many thanks.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle... But, you wouldn't have...
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it.
It's okay. There's no need to Well, Traveler, what do you think? I don't think so, too. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived? It's like this. Wait, so you're saying it's... Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Yep, sure are.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot.
I'm not sure this
Is this the place?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village...
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothered, everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might... Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. No matter what came my way, he was so thoughtful and pure. And patient, too, ever since he disappeared. No, none of those things matter.
Wow. You two... Did he ever tell you anything?
He mostly just talked... Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village.
Still...
Look at me. Talking your ear... The last time I talked this much in one go... Come to think of it, every time time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Does... the Abyss Order. Uh-oh, we've been spotted!
Mind the side effect.
The doctor will see. Terminate! Scatter!
Illusion shattered! Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, they seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight.
Maybe... Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vamara... Wait a second. The person... It's Dainsleif!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Yep, see you later! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it...
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss...
Naturally. Hold on. Are you... No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the...
As things stand, I highly...
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further and you shall have them. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. So that was the commission that someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite It appears all we have by way of clues is
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners, his name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my...
Your brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Khaenri'ah. The wise Roptatyr. The visionary Vedrfolnir. Gold Rhine-daughter. The foul Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine-daughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who...
They were once people of great esteem in Khaenri'ah. Those 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the... Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved, so they became sinners, but also transcendent beings. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not... Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will... Of course. As I...
So, Dane, what have you...
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious the eye was integral to their plan. Yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped. There are many signs point.
Then what should we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect...
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area...
Wait, then our commission here in Vamara...
It's certainly possible.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating... Oh, so tough. Well, let's go find Dane. Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your
Oh, a young guy?
There appear to be certain memories.
Maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the abyss.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability...
Wait then. All the memories, but why would he do something like...
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning,
What sort of truth?
that their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular your concerns are not entirely unfounded. However, considering their single mind, come with me.
Oh, so you're going to take...
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not a... Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
I won't hold you back! Shine down! Everybody stand! Things are about to get dicey. Inazuma shines eternal! Scatter!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
No escape! Gotcha! Get out of here! Propagate! Shine down!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the...
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
There is no escape. Game's up. Fun's over. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Terminate!
Get out of here! Everybody stand!
Scatter!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Shine down! Let's light it up! Adventure time!
Just as I suspected. The false... Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a
Wow, you must be really sensitive.
You too. Do as I say. Use that... The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to... Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking in...
So you came here all on your own?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move! The ley lines are all out of whack! We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on! Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded soul. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering. Such was the price they paid, and thus their soul...
Did you hear that? What? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too.
You see, we're both still... We've reclaimed an endless amount of time. Release your tears.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. When you awake, that.
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance... Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order...
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about...
Someone's...
Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from Vamara Village. The one that's kind of the whole reason...
Ah, I do apologize. At least right now, I can't seem to recall.
How is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should...
Someone's gone missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? He's around 20 years old.
Oh, I know.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just... Do you think maybe it's not that there's something...
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? If we really did travel back to it... If this person only exists...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's... Just like how you entered your siblings' map. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. Right. If he's someone who only... But didn't Bayram just say that he saw him leave the village? Who knows how long this leyline disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time and we don't even know who's... Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to... does it maybe leave a trace that would...
All the memories seem to be set in or near... If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a difference between memories that arise from lived
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake... The implanted memories are basically taking place out... If the memories included the regular passage, there could be overlap or something. People might... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a...
The color of the sky. We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager. Dainsleif had memories implanted into his...
Oh, right! That's a...
Come to think of it, every time we talked, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely... Yeah, that...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just... Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong... You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of a
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to... So...
Another time, huh?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
The founder of the Abyss Order. Born into abject sorrow. Dane's brother. One of... You're... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your siblings' This is Atosa's memory. But... I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good... Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, but despite his intentions for me, in truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device in its primitive form. It can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memory, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire... Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. After all, its existence cost me my life. That. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in... as if... Why would I do something so... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would... Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. I was curious, so even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been... I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life and any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's... I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them... If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, his plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location. Capitalize. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye. All at once. That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif, I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear I'm too... In any case, I had my own... You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alaric. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale. That story managed to dispel my fears. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. But now...
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hold you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a villager. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Maybe.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence? I miss you too, Mimi. But as this world continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space is hostile together. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from distance, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me things now.
looks like he had a lot on his mind. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory. He was with the villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, I doesn't remember what he made. Really? Well, what did we get to that?
There you are.
Hey, Ram, you should be happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? No, it's just that, well, the village organized another search, so they were searching away. Suddenly, according to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree out there. He was sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later, wake him up, and they all left. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and then we also remember his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's the name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
Like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. I wonder how I posted it. He didn't here in the village.
Oh, it's you. I was part of the search party, so I honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have to say, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. I'm just happy I got to meet him. Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a break. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would you just leave like that with You don't need just sorry Curry Bear sad. It's the thing you're and you know, he has a heart. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work.
Well, that should be it, right?